Wait, is that your car?
Yeah, please go.
Nah, yo. No, you treacherous. All right, guys, you're looking at the thumbnail. Y'all looking at the title of the video. Y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Shout out to 21 Studios. Title of today's compilation, Men Not Simping. Without further ado.
You could have 100 hoes, but when you find that special one, you have 101.
Yeah, it out. I thought you were gonna say something nice.
No simping. No simping.
This is my apartment after I came back home from Vegas. I had a convention in Vegas. I was gone the 2nd through the 7th. Came home to my apartment completely wiped out. My husband left. He left me my jewelry here in this room here. Yeah, and took everything else, including some items that belonged to solely me. He also took the washer and dryer out of here. I also took the bed, took everything out of here, cut off the internet service so I can no longer work from home. And then cleared out the closet here, which y'all gonna like. Cleared out the closet here and left the wedding dress in here.
For those thinking, damn, what an asshole and POS, I remember this story from a couple of months ago. It turned out that she was lying. She made up the whole story and posted it to Instagram in order to try to, get sympathy and support and also detail how much of an asshole that he was. Apparently he was out weeks before she even left for Vegas, and she knew that this was going to happen, but she just wanted to kick up shit and stir some controversy. But I'm so happy today that there's so many more and additional methods to call the bullshit out when it happens. We all love a good exposed video, you understand? But let's keep going.
I'll leave that right there for him.
Shut up, liar.
Welcome to Jocelyn's Couch.
Nice. How my boyfriend expects me to greet him every time he comes home. I guess that's like a maid cooking costume or something like that. Shout out to the smooth ass melanation. Not the temple rub.
Wait, is that your car?
Yeah, please go.
Nah, yo. No, you treacherous. You treacherous.
Not today, Bish.
Dog, let me just give y'all just real quick. We're getting right back into the compilation. Do yourselves a favor, guys, and don't believe any of them that say that they're on a plan B, a contraceptive. The only time that I believe some shit is either A, they got the goddamn implant in the arm, and I can look at the arm, and I can feel the goddamn nodule for the birth, whatever that shit is called. Or B, if they got the shit that clamps down in the back of the viscous innard, sometimes you can feel the string. Outside of that, especially if they take a daily pill, because they miss shit, right? Especially if you have if you're messing with someone, you're in a significant relationship, situationship, and like, she's not consistent in shit normally in her life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's got credit card issues. She don't pay shit back on time, right? She shows up late to work and shit. Like if she has a history of inconsistency and you are still shooing up the club, expecting her to be taking her birth control every day, you are absolutely fundamentally bugging. Getting off on a tangent, but I feel it necessary in order to say that. And all of the dudes that are down into the chat right now that have a baby after she told him that she was on the birth control consistently, write your messages below so that the young men that are watching this that haven't learned their lesson yet can understand. Wrap it up, gents. Let's keep going. Did you know that one man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer? I was actually one of those men, which is why I wanted to take a second to talk about this very important issue. Now, it changed my life, all right? But I'm fortunate enough to have detected this beast early. Now, if you follow my channel for any while, you know that I'm a big fan of Manscaped and the Lawnmower 4.0. Manscaped, in addition to providing the right tools and the right solutions for safe and easy manscaping, has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Together, the Testicular Cancer Society and Manscaped are committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer. As I said, early detection is key, and you can perform simple, routine self-checks at home while enjoying Manscaped products you use every day. Visit manscaped.com/TCS to learn how to check yourself for early signs of cancer or share their funny, educational, check yourself video to help save lives and balls. And as always, you could go to manscaped.com/MTR for 20% off plus free shipping for Manscaped products. Join the Manscaped movement and don't forget to take care of your pair. Not today, bitch. Get off my car. Okay. It's good form right there. It's good form. Copyright. Makes you feel like I need to go to the gym right now. When he leaves you undelivered all day and his snap score goes up.
If a woman calls you or texts you,
She likes you more.
or don't respond for 4 hours. Take a whole day to yourself and then get back to her. Be short with your responses. These are aspects of dread game. Making a woman become emotionally anxious because she's wondering where she stands in the romantic field with you. I don't advocate for dread game. The problem with dread game is that you're actually putting way more effort into getting her to like you than you are into your purpose. The same actions
I was just
can
gonna
be
say this.
taken with different intentions behind them. You
Yes.
can have a girl messaging you and nothing going on in your life, and all you're doing is taking your time to emotionally manipulate her with
Good job. I was getting ready to go in on him, but
dread, being toxic, as they say, taking your time to respond, but you're focused on when to respond to her. I've done some of these things, although they do yield good results. The problem is that you can't keep this up forever. The same results can come with following your purpose. For instance, if a woman I'm dating texts me and is looking for a response, I'm going to be busy throughout the day working on the things that will get me to where I want to be in life. I'm so focused on them. And when I get a minute, if I check my phone and I notice, oh, she texted me, she sent me a Snapchat, she's called me, I will then take the time to respond to her. Say she's saying, hey, how's it going? Or something insignificant in that regard. I'll message her back and say, hey, it's great, I'm just busy right now. I'll give you a call later tonight. Or, hey, I'm a little busy right now. Let's grab dinner. When are you free next?
Yeah,
and then just leave it. She'll respond. I'll set up a date, because this thing is purely for setting up dates. It is not for getting to know someone. I spend very little time texting or calling a woman. I spend the majority of my time with her in person, because that leads to physical intimacy, leads to bonding, interacting, and enjoying my time. Because if I'm not working on my purpose, I better have a damn good excuse for not doing that.
yeah, here's the thing. Let me try to sum it up in a little bit different of a way. There's so many young men that are just saying, okay, what do I got to do in order to get more butt, like to maximize my results, this, that, and the third. But it's like you're putting all of your intention into the opposite sex. When you think about the longevity of your life or the purpose of your life, you know, the significance of getting butt, right? Like you'll start to understand as you get older, it's just not that important at all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really just the inside of another human being. You understand what I'm saying? And I think far too often we put that on a pedestal, or our hormones put that on a pedestal, right? Our need to create more of us through evolutionary biology puts that on a pedestal. But you have to be able to compartmentalize all of that, but then understand, okay, what are the things that I'm doing to make my life better in general. And the consequence of that is having less time, which then results into a woman that sees that less time, knowing that you're doing more things that are probably more important than talking to her. And then she gets attracted to that. Why? Because they want to be able to date up. And they perceive that up as someone that is productive as shit. So, but on the flip side, though, I also appreciate him saying that, schedule a time out into the future, which is inherently beneficial for yourself as well, because not only do you get that in-person time, you're not wasting time on the phone or texting and shit like that, but then also it makes you more productive at a day, so you're not procrastinating, which is inherently beneficial to you because busy people will often just busy themselves into unhappiness, right? The short-term gain of the success, whatever it is that they're working on after a long time, they begin to understand the benefits in building and creating and sustaining relationships. So create that time and you can maximize that time with that other person who's been waiting to contact you anyway. I like what the things that he's saying. Let's keep going.
Hey Siri, call my girlfriend.
Which one?
Competition anxiety. It's a real thing. Don't put no rose petals out for me. All right. Oh, you can make that meal though. Wait, hold up. Ooh. Don't put no goddamn rose petals on my seat though. Get that shit up out of here. You know what that is? That's a consequence of women looking at shit that makes women happy and then saying, oh, I'm gonna do that for my man. No. Take the goddamn blue ass rose petals up out of here. All right? But that meal though, you did good. Oh, look at that mac and cheese. Oh, she made
Girlfriends cannot have guy friends.
Yes, they can.
It's impossible.
Why?
They can't.
Because the guy friends are always there waiting for the boyfriends to mess up. When the
facts.
boyfriend messed up, boom, they want to be there. You want me to prove it to you?
True.
Call any guy
Call
friend
him.
right now
Okay.
and say, let's hook up. And I promise you, they'll be like, okay.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
Hey, I was wondering if you just maybe wanted to hook up today or something.
Hell yeah, what time?
Yo, man. Yo, you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I just caught that on camera. Girlfriends no more guy friends for you. You better block everybody right now. Okay. Block everybody on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on everything.
Dinner.
Thank you.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yo, that's me right there. I'll be a happy camper.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna go drink with the boys. What the are you hollering? Yeah, man.
On a Sunday?
Yeah, none of us work today.
If you walk out that door, I won't be here when you get back.
Well, lock the door behind you, bitch.
When are you gonna cook for me?
I don't cook, I don't clean.
Uh-oh.
God, you look so sexy, you just might be my type. So bring that ass on over, tell me how'd you get so fine?
Yesterday, my man's back was hurting, so I did some at-home cupping. At-home cupping? I didn't, you could do, what? Word? You learn something new every day. Hey.
This week, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my weekly cleaning schedule. Mondays are for the bedrooms. I wash the sheets, open the window to let some fresh air in, and then make the beds. I love having fresh sheets to really start the week. Also, I finally found a bedspread that I absolutely love. Next, I dust the fan and the TV and all the dressers as well as the blinds. Next, I do what I like to call a 10-minute pickup.
Yo, I got some friends, and sometimes it's me as well, I'm not even gonna hold you up, where it's like the dust that accumulates, it's like, it's goddamn, it's a crime against humanity. Like, it's like are we looking at this shit like, yo, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna catch COPD and COVID in this bitch. Like, I've never, like, is that a stack of dust? It looked like a bookshelf of dust, okay? Guys, we gotta get our shits together. We gotta. But what's crazy though is that she said there's a day for the bedrooms. She's on to something.
Up and I clean up anything on the floor and then vacuum.
Carpet
And
was
every
brand
Monday
new.
I plan our grocery list as well as our weekly meals.
Wow.
Next I move on to my daughter's room and I do the same thing that I do in our master bedroom. Today I also needed to put away some of her clothes that she got for her birthday. And the bedrooms are all clean, and now it's time to put this little miss down for her nap.
Hi y'all, let's make some lunch for my husband. Tomorrow he's gonna get a pretty large sandwich. It's gonna have provolone cheese, pepper jack cheese, pepperoni, and some jalapeno turkey breasts.
Nice.
I'm adding bread and butter pickles, banana peppers,
Okay.
red onion. I
Nice.
think it should be called purple onion, but whatever. Some shredded lettuce,
Yep.
mustard, and mayonnaise. I'm going to fold that over and I'm going to wrap it in parchment paper today, as well as some foil just so nothing gets soggy in there. And in his other container, he's going to get some raspberries and blueberries, some celery, and I'm packing a little container of peanut butter to dip his celery in, and a sugar-free lime jello. For his breakfast in the morning, he's getting a yogurt parfait, some Chobani vanilla Greek yogurt, vanilla granola, bananas, chia seeds, and I'm topping that off with more yogurt and granola, and I'm packing that in his lunchbox with a
Gains.
bar,
Gains
Doritos,
day.
water, and a Dr. Zevia. Bye, y'all.
She's good. Dad's reaction to mom in her wedding dress.
Theo.
Crazy, right?
She still fits it.
25 years later.
Wow.
Is this insane?
Look at that. Oh, that's cute as shit.
Is that crazy?
She still fits it.
Let me take a picture of you.
Yeah, look at that. That was sweet. Surprised, he has been wanting one for years. Oh. Yeah, there's something always super special about watching, dudes that is hard workers throughout their entire life get treated, and then you see them break down and shit like that. Like, you often don't see shit like that in the media. But shout out to that young lady for maintaining her body after 25 goddamn years. That is a goddamn incredibly rare, especially in America, the country of excess. Let's keep going.
A $20,000 engagement ring. That's how much John spent on the engagement ring for Jennifer. He was madly in love with her, and he had the money to spend it. Well, she didn't feel quite the same way, but she didn't let him know that. She accepted the ring, accepted the engagement, and they started planning the wedding. Well, about 2 months in, she decided that maybe this wasn't right for her, so she called the engagement off. Well, John wanted the ring back. He was a little bit upset, and he'd spent $20,000 on the ring. He wanted it back.
Yep.
Jennifer said, "No, that was a gift. You gave me a gift. I get to keep that gift." John said, "The hell you do? It was a conditional gift." So he took her to court. And the judge heard all the evidence and ruled that, yes, in fact, it was a conditional gift conditioned upon her marrying John.
Yeah.
When that condition wasn't met, she had to give the ring back.
It makes perfect sense to me, but it's so crazy that because she didn't meet that condition, she still wanted the piece of jewelry. Oh, you are disgusting, madame. And it's crazy because he had to pay lawyers in order to go to court, right? Court fees, all of that, in order to have this discussion because she felt so entitled to the gift that was given to her for the condition of marriage. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, irrespective of all the extra money that you had to pay, you learned a fantastic and valuable lesson. And you figured out you were spending your time with an insurgent, okay? You saved a lot of heartache by her flipping a dime on you, all right? Guys, did you guys enjoy today's compilation? Let me know in the comment box down below. Make sure you upload your timestamps as well so I know exactly what it is that you are speaking about. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. We mega booming up there. Make sure you click the link down below, beam up, and see all of the things that are in store. We got the best community on this side of YouTube hooked up to my Discord. Link up, beam in, and then I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!